What's up? My name is Jeff, and today, guys, we are having fun playing some Historic Brawl. I am so excited. We have Light-Paws as the commander for today, and dude, Historic Brawl is a really, really fun format. Although I've noticed that it's a little bit hard to actually get into queues and actually play sometimes. You have to like pick the right time of day, because I tried to record this earlier, and I just wasn't able to actually get into a queue with and like play anybody, because I think it's just there's a lot of other things going on. Elden Ring is out. There's just a lot of other stuff in the format right now, and so. But about a month after Standard Set comes out, people start dwindling on Standard, and other formats become more interesting. And that's what I'm trying to do here, just to give you guys some other interesting, fun things to be doing on MTG Arena. And Historic Brawl is one of those things that if you haven't done it yet, it's really, really fun. And especially for those people that are free to play or whatever, diving into Historic is a really difficult thing to do. But it's a little bit easier when you're playing a deck that is... You only need one of a lot of things, where you can just use your extra common or uncommon wild cards that you have. And this deck especially has just a lot of common, uncommon cards, because it's all focused around the auras that we put onto Light-Paws. Light-Paws says whenever an aura enters the battlefield under control, if we cast it, you may search your library for another aura that's the same mana value or less, and return, and then put onto attached to Light-Paws. So we can cast the first aura attached to whatever we want to. We can target it onto anything, but then if we have Light-Paws out in the battlefield, we have to go looking for something else. So let's say that we cast like a Pacifism. Where's my Pacifism? Pacifism onto one of their creatures so they can't attack or block. We get to be able to put an aura onto Light-Paws, be able to attack in with Light-Paws, and damage is dealt, and things are great. And the cool thing about this is that we get to go digging really deep to go find our All That Glitters. All That Glitters is just a really busted card. Light-Paws really helps us make sure that we're actually finding the All That Glitters when we need to, and hitting. We have a couple ways to actually bring this back from the graveyard if ever, Light-Paws is killed. We also just have a ton of ways to make sure Light-Paws stays alive. We have lots of protection, lots of indestructible, lots of whatever. Protection and indestructible, those are the two things you get in white. So those are the things that we got. And and then we have flying to make sure it's evasive as well, to kind of get over the top, do a lot of things. And then we have just a bunch of ways that, okay, whenever we cast an enchantment, we get value. So we have Sigil of Empty Throne, we have the Hollowed Haunting, we have where's the Pegasus? Where is it? Archon of Sun's Grace, which is an amazing card, really good with constellation effects. So that's basically the deck. We're playing lots of auras. We have a lot of creatures that help benefit Light-Paws by keeping it alive, a lot of things that just benefit from playing all the enchantments that we have on the battlefield. And that's the deck. So let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay, see how this Historic Brawl deck does for us. Wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, by the way, this is Ember. Say hi. Can you say hi? There we go. That was adorable. Good job. Against Savaldi, and one land hand, definitely cannot keep this one. But I like that we're seeing we're up against another. We get a free mulligan, which is nice. We're up against another deck that is playing something new from Kamigawa. Or no, it's not Kamigawa. Remember, this is from the last set beforehand. But still, I like new stuff. New things are cool. This is a pretty sweet hand. We have an aura, which is another aura here, and we have ways to get some free value. So unfortunately, just bringing back an aura from the graveyard isn't amazing. This is one of the ways we can get back Pacifism if we need to, or not Pacifism, All That Glitters. And yeah, good things like that. All right, so it enters if we have a Plains. We got a Plains. We have a lot of different lands that just draw us cards, things that are based off enchantments, and then this one also just can give indestructible to our Light-Paws as well. So, more protection, more good things. Slaughter Specialist. We get an extra dude. About that. They're going to be doing lots of board wipe type stuff, right? That's not great for us, although we do have protection in general. Let's see if this survives. I kind of... Maybe I should wait until I can play something else too, but I just don't have the ability to really do that right now. I have protection here, so pass the turn. When enters, create a 1/1 white human. Whenever a creature opponent controls dies, put a counter onto Slaughter Specialist. That actually is a pretty good card. This would actually be pretty good in what's the Mihawk Massacre deck? Like, give them the tokens, that's fine. We know we're gonna be killing stuff of theirs anyway. And kind of just keep that getting bigger and bigger. Just to have like one massive threat. Too shabby. No blocks. Take it. Lifelink. Vampire. So this is, yeah, straight up vampire deck. Okay, it's not just Edgar, it's a vampire deck. It looks like, maybe, perhaps. All right, past my turn, we get to have Light-Paws go off now. It's so good. All right, so let's go with Angelica first. Give this lady flying. We got to draw a card here as well, which is really nice. Okay, so enters the battlefield. We had cast it, so we take action, go find something else. I have protection right now. Do I go for all the glitters right away, or do I try to wait for something else? Like nurturing nurturing presence could be good. I do have a way to bring back all the glitters as well if it does die. So let's go ahead and go for the all the glitters right away. Yeah, let's just go full on greedy right now. And we're gonna go. When it leaves, it comes back. Let's go Sentinel Eyes, because then it also goes to the graveyard. We can get it back. So Vigilance will also be nice. Take action. We get another 1-drop. We don't have a ton of 1-drop auras. Yeah. We have more ways to. We actually have most of them in hand. Was the awkward part there. But I mean, that's a decent amount of damage right away. So we do have some protection, but not if they have a couple of removal spells. Singleton helps out a little bit. Like they shouldn't have. There's less likelihood of them having 2 good removal spells for this right away. Goes for the Fatal Push. We sacrifice Protect. Have to get a counter. Sure, fine. Indestructible. Now let's see what they've got. I mean, we still got tons of value in general for that. If we let this go to the graveyard, we can bring back with the Restoration Angel. Yago. Vampire. All right, so still protected. That's a good sign. Swords. Also good. Twin Blade Geist is pretty sweet too, if we can actually get that to the graveyard. I can actually discard that with Restoration. So it might just be Restoration Swords here, hidden with 8. You don't have any kind of protection, but that can be fine. Just get rid of their guy. You're exiled. They gain the life here, which was not as good for us, but you know, whatever. A Restoration. Grab us Plains. We can play the Valor of the Worthy now. That's why I'm doing this first. Oh, that's right. I already played land. Just kidding. We don't do that. Why would ya? All right. Down to 12. Pass the turn. And, yeah. Good stuff. So when this dies, if it does die here, is it only when it dies? Let's see here. I'm going to see all of the things underneath it. Like, is there a way to just kind of do that? Oh, that. There you go. Click. Clicking is great. Draws a card, loses life. Down to 11. They're dead pretty soon. Do they have removal? 2 mana. 2 mana is a typical removal number. There we go. All right. Good stuff. That was fairly easy. All right. Especially because you're going to bring back the way to have protection on the next turn as well. And also be able to put Twin Blade Geist to the graveyard, give it double strike. That was actually sweet. Pretty legit. All right. Up against Edgar again. Sure. Different one, though. Yeah, it's a different Edgar. Opponent's mulliganing a couple times here. I mean, there's always the free mulligan, so yeah, just down to 6, I think. Yeah. Stuff. Radiant Grace. You like that card. Dusk Legion and Zealot. All right. So I mean, typically we go for Light-Paws right away, but Daxos could be a nice one to kind of just get on the battlefield, get some protection going. We just want to go for value though, right? Light-Paws, go, pass the turn. Probably dies. We didn't have protection. Oh. Alright, so we have Nettlecyst, which is really awesome. We have Michiko, so we have a massive amount of aggro here, but they probably have protection. And so the question here is, do I go for protection onto Endento Vanguard first, just to have like something that will be indestructible? Which can be pretty nice. I can go Trapped in the Tower, just make sure we can get in for damage, doesn't really matter. But let's get out the something with indestructible first. Force him to have some sort of exile effect. The Murder Strider kills this, that's fine. Yeah, take action, go to the command zone, yep. Radiant Grace onto you. Giving it Vigilance is pretty nice. Of course, we need some like protection for its toughness as well, eventually. Let's get that out there, pass the turn. The nice thing about this one is if it does die, or if it goes away in some fashion, then it comes back to the battlefield and their stuff enters tapped, which is nice. Okay, so they find a way to kill the Endento Vanguard right away. Rude. But Aura onto the battlefield helps out Michiko and Nettlecyst. Might even just go for Nettlecyst right away here over Daxos, just because it maximizes our mana a little bit better here. It works really great with Michiko. It's a good option. Even if this dies, we can keep Nettlecyst on the battlefield. This is a deck built around, you know, killing things. So, guessing this is where Edgar comes. Whoa, what is all of this doing? Ember, did you touch something? Junk, what did you touch? Oh, you pressed the button. I didn't know that button did that. How do kids do this? Okay. I got a new controller for I don't have an Xbox or anything like that. I just play Switch games in general. Let's do this one, Pious Wayfarer. Let's go a little bit wide. They already used one board wipe. Hopefully they're going to be a little ways away from going more for there. Conclave Tribunal could be nice as well. Buff you. Dust, exile something, that's cool. Gain some life, that's fine. Yeah, they're getting lots of blockers. You need to get rid of this Sedgemoor Witch. The Conclave Tribunal is going to be really nice eventually. What I was trying to say, to be playing Elden Ring, I had to get that controller at Walmart anyway. So apparently having that plugged in, if I press a button, then things go crazy. Yara. All right, the life gain is getting annoying. Angelic Gift is really nice. I can just go super aggro. Going for removal. The Conclave Tribunal could be pretty nice here. You can tap down 2 creatures, have 1 mana, which isn't actually enough for anything. And go for Restoration of Eiganjo. Grab a Plains, I could do that and tap down everything, which isn't as fun either. Thinking... That also gets it up to Light-Paws, though, which is nice. And getting rid of the Sedgemoor Witch, I think, is still necessary. So let's just do that. Constellation. You have to pay 3 life here to do this. Could wait another turn. Yeah, we can't let them go more wide. We have a way to go flying, but let's try to get rid of this sooner than later. So we're gonna hit you. Creature. Pay the 3 life, take action. Here you go. I usually have the other kid in here because this one has a really hard time sitting still ever. Alright, so now we need to start hitting hard. Ooh. That's pretty awesome. Get this out for free. Yeah, what do I want to do? Let's go ahead and put... Yeah, we'll do Spirit Dancer right now. Some life. Okay. I can already get flying, so I don't have to worry too much about the blocks right now. Let's just go Angelic Gift onto you. Draw a card. Take action. Hopefully find a land. Not a land. Heliod is nice for later, though. Something indestructible is good. And something, yeah. So yeah, let's just buff you. Actually, I probably should buff up the Daxo so I can get through the AR if I want to. Well, that's not bad either. Let's go. Yeah, we're just going to hit really hard. The damage is going to be dealt. Onto you. Yeah, we'll try to get through with Taxos. So 15, 3 here. I'm guessing there's block with a pest. That's totally fine. Oh, they can also sacrifice and draw. Either way. All right. They gain 1. We lose 1. They take 15. Down to 10. All right. So they have to find removal for the entire board, basically, now. Because if we keep Core Spirit Dancer, and how much is this to equip? 2 to equip. 2 to equip there, and then Nurturing Presence onto it gives us near lethal. They sacrificed. They put it to the command zone instead of flipping it over. They were trying to get a blocker with lifelink or whatever. That's hilarious. All right, that's brilliant though. Just be able to sacrifice it and bring it back. Really? That's what we want to do right now? Okay. All right. Always need 2 lands. Free mulligan. I would love to have kept the Core Spirit Dancer in there, but Deneth is okay. 1 drop's okay. I don't actually have a lot of auras, but Archon's pretty sweet. So sure, we'll keep this one. I am a little bit light on lands with this deck. I think I only have like 30. It's like 29 actual lands, and then I have several MDFCs. So I'm still up around like 33, 34, which is low sometimes for these kinds of decks, but ultimately not terrible. Get out Light-Paws. What are we up against? Tristani. All right, so they get to keep their stuff. We're not stealing anything. That's totally fine because we're just going to stop their stuff from blocking. But tokens can be bad. Protection. I like protection. Got a 21. Oh, this has lifelink. I was like, what has a lifelink? Skyclave Relic. So ramping up. Cool for you. Gets out Tristani next turn. Lots of blockers. That would be good removal for it. We get to flip around the Legion's Landing, which is nice. And we're going to go for the Danitha, I believe. Start making things a little bit cheaper. That gives us a chance at Elspeth Conquers Death next turn. Get rid of the Tristani. Pass the turn. Don't get hold of any protection, which is a little bit awkward. Oh, okay. Only getting one blocker, it would seem. Cool. This, Rear Greater. Okay. Deck and Stone's going to be really good for these cat pieces later. Do I want to just throw something else out on it right now? I can still attack him with Danitha. How aggressive do I need to be right now is the question. I want to try to find a way to draw cards. Getting this guy out is actually really nice, just to be able to give something indestructible, make it a 4/4 right away, so then these guys won't be able to block very well. I get Deck and Stone on the next turn, and life is pretty good. Getting this guy out earlier could be nice, just to get something attacking in through the air. Faith Fetters I can attack in right now and get some decent damage. If they focus just on the cat, then I can get rid of most stuff anyway. Let's go Faith Fetters. A little bit awkward, but I also get an aura out of this too. I forgot about that. So I can also draw a card here. I can go for Onsera's Wings. Really awesome. This is going on to our guy. I'm just thinking if I should go for something with card draw, like the Angelic Gift, just to get some card draw going. But let's go for Onsera's Wings onto you. Attack in. Having something with flying and vigilance is going to be pretty nice for this matchup. You to fly over all the tokens. Also, with Conqueror's Death can either hit the Retreat, Relic, or Tristani if it comes down. Cultivates. Finding more lands for the Felidar Retreat. So Deck and Stone's going to be awesome. Have 2 lands. Let's play another one out. All the blockers. 3 mana as well, so they get to play out another cat and play something. Battle of the Wilds. Alright, so this is all in on this Felidar Retreat as their token generation. Or maybe they just happen to find a lot of their ramp, like a lot of this stuff going on for them. And that's cool. Pass to my turn. So yeah, this does say exile target creature and all other creatures with the same name as that creature. So yeah, that's, I mean, just the perfect removal right now. It's kind of awful. Mean, I feel like, but you know, game over, so there's that. Yeah, good game. I meant to say thanks. Oops. Oh no, Ember, you're going at the wrong time. Now I'm being a meanie. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, that felt a little bit weird, but that was her fault. All right, pretty. Oh yeah, Chorus Spirit Dancer in the opening hand. A beautiful hand. Not as many auras as I'd like, but you know, all good. The interesting thing here is actually I probably want to keep Chorus Spirit Dancer more than Light-Paws, so I'm leading off with Light-Paws first. This is only when I cast it, and so the extra auras that we get onto the battlefield don't actually help it, but putting anything onto this is still really nice. Only 1 white source, a little bit awkward there too. We have like 5 of these colorless lands, so finding 2 of them is actually pretty bad luck. But these are both ones that draw very well for us. Curse of Silence can only cast 1 thing a turn. This actually doesn't cast it, so that's kind of okay. What is it? Oh, Light-Paws becomes more. This is allowed in the format. That's so dumb. Wow, I'm actually really surprised by that. All right, well, Core Spirit Dancer, go. Yeah, that's even better. So take that, fool. All right, so this gets +1/+1 for each creature and each vehicle that you control. Rover of the Mighty. That's nice. I'd play something. I need to get this down because I want to get Archon sooner than later. Archon is amazing for us. I have a couple extra 2-drop things to be playing. I just need the card draw then, right? Yeah, so card draw is still going to be great. So we cast this onto Spirit Dancer. Action. Okay, we found land. Land is grand. Swing it in. Rover. They just have a ton of ways to add extra mana. Or Tulane. Tulane is awesome. It's a really good one. Light-Paws, I mean, so far we've been winning everything, but I don't think we've been playing up against as many really good decks yet. Resident Envoy is a pretty sweet card. We don't have any auras, which is a little awkward. I have removal for Redain, but casting it turns it into a 4-mana spell with this. So that doesn't work, actually. So I can go Light-Paws first and then Transcendent Envoy on the next turn with other stuff, and that should be pretty good. Let's do that. We don't get Archon out right now, but whatever. You can sacrifice to draw a card. I mean, you probably want to keep this out there because it just is always going to be extra tax for you. Yeah. Swing in. Down to 18. That's right. I forgot the buff from this as well. I actually think this is a decent aura. It's not amazing, but if you are building out tokens in any way, like it comes like +5 plus whatever for 3 mana, which is, you know, decent. All right, we definitely need to kill that. But we don't really have the removal. Cycling. This is kind of a removal. We don't have any auras. This is a little bit awkward. We have so many auras in this deck. Let's get this one out tapped. Looking for auras might have been the better play. Grand Ascendant Envoy. Aura spells cost less. All right, and let's just go aggro. Michiko. Put it onto you. Next time I can get the flyer to be attacking in. Yeah. I mean, that's a decent amount of damage. They get a massive turn on this next turn. I didn't quite have the... I didn't have enough for removal yet. One more creature and I can do it. Archon should help. I mean, Archon would be better when we don't have auras that we're casting out. Like, that's where Archon might have been a better play. Seal away. That's actually interesting because this guy taps stuff down to return things. And so I actually might be able to get Seal away. It's not actually an aura. I can go for takedown, get rid of Redain. Is it better than just going for March, though? I don't know. Probably not. All right, let's see what they do. And then I'll probably just be playing the Archon. I do have City's Blessing, so I can draw cards here soon. Swing in. Presenting lethal. They don't block. Do they have removal of some sort? I mean, that's what I'm expecting. Giant Killer. All right. Do I kill Redain? Or do I put more threats out there with flying? They're not going to have board wipes, right? Yeah, so I think we let that happen. They take 4. We go for the Archon and just try to get as many flyers out as possible. We'll hold on to this. Yeah, pass the turn. Yeah, so as soon as we put X up to 3 or greater, it suddenly costs 2 more because of this Redain. So it's a little bit awkward. Gets out Giant Killer, gets to draw a card, gets to put a free land out on the battlefield that didn't have a land. Ha, fool. And then, that's bad. That's something we want to kill with fire. All right. This is extra mana. Yeah, Shulane and Kinnan together. Whew, that's tough, man. Tapland. Tapland is good. All right, so getting close to lethal here, especially if we can actually kill this Redain. Exile it, bring it back to the battlefield. It enters the battlefield again for Archon. Get a 2/2. All right, so Kabira Takedown, kill Redain. We have 4 in the air, right? They don't have any reach. I don't believe. They can't tap down stuff yet. They have 2 mana. Actually, they have 4 mana. 5. Yeah, okay. They do actually end. Wow. Kind of surprising, actually. Cool. I like it. Up against Max for value. Tap land turn 1, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we're going to keep this. I was actually amazed how many mono-white auras weren't that great when we're just playing Singleton. Like, typically I was like, oh man, there's actually quite a few good auras, but there's only so many good ones that usually like stack up and constructed. Going into Historic right now with just the auras is, there's not that many amazing auras. All right, let's see how much removal you got. Muldrotha should mostly be permanent, so a little bit more expensive auras typically. All right, protection is pretty good. Some instant speed protection here as well. Let's protection here could be really nice. But let's go ahead and just get another creature out in the battlefield right now with the Orator and give it lifelink as well. Later, still isn't a bad play, and we're just getting immediate mana value because, you know, that's what we do. Let's see here. So our 3-mana ones aren't quite as great. Like, this is awkward part. Border Drive is not a bad one. All That Glitters, of course, the best one. Let's go for card draw right away. Let's just go for card draw. Give it flying. It's not amazing. We're just looking for cards, trying to be a little bit ahead. I'm expecting removal within the first little bit. People don't typically keep hands without some removal. That's just, you know, that's what you typically do with a hand. All right, so foretell something. In blue, black, I'm trying to think what kind of removal they could have. So bound in gold, a little bit awkward. Let's just go Hollowed Haunting, I believe. Holding up protection could be nice. I go for Thunderous Orator, protect this from something. If it's board wipes, it's a little bit annoying, but keeping Light-Paws on the battlefield is better. So let's go... man, Hollowed Haunting is so good. We're going to go for it. Let's try to win this game as fast as possible. If they get to the turn 6 and get Muldrotha out, we typically start losing. So if we can find ways to win earlier than later, that's better. It works great for Conclave Tribunal, having a bunch of free mana basically coming out anytime we cast auras or enchantments, which you go, of course we only have one. A little bit awkward. All right, still hasn't done anything. Well, free mana, free creature. No, don't have removal now. Goes for the counter spell. All right. Get a creature. I guess I kind of knew that was coming, right? I just wanted I wanted the mana for the protection here. Down to 14, past the turn. I mean, the other way that they can keep hands is just stuff that ramps them up for Muldrotha, a way to have some sort of protection. Getting to Muldrotha is, of course, amazing. Bound in Gold is awesome. Or, sorry, a Dauntless Bodyguard is awesome. Bodyguard, go. Protect the Light-Paws. I'm going to hold on to protection. They probably have bounce and other stuff, so I'd rather hold on to that for now. Just keep getting the damage going. Okay, protection from black. Okay, so they got rid of one exiling effect, which is good. We get a hit in a little bit more. They got a counter onto it, down to 8. Technically have lethal on board. Of course, they have protection here or whatever. So more removal. There's a Wrenn in 7. So we win. Yeah, we have Conclave or Bound in Gold. We're gonna go for the Bound in Gold because you can find a free aura. So yeah, Bound in Gold onto you. Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. And then we get to go grab another one. We get to cast a free Conclave Tribunal onto the Wrenn in 7 because of all the extra Kais that we'd be getting. Still get a hit in for all the damage, and as well as getting all the glitters and hitting for like 1,000,000. Dude, 5-0. Stack rocks. All right, guys, I love seeing that straight line there. 5 wins, 5 games, 5 wins. Of course, we face up against the same one twice on the draw both times. So this deck is just really powerful. Being able to tutor in a singleton format is amazing. Being able to have this be so cheap is amazing. I didn't even run Arcane Signet because I was just like, I don't think we need the extra mana. Like, it is nice to be able to cast extra things sometimes. We were a little bit low in mana, so maybe bringing in Arcane Signet is good. But that's a typical thing you play. But like, I was just like, instead of playing that on turn 2, I'd rather be playing Light-Paws on turn 2, like almost consistently, so that then on turn 3, I can cast a 3-drop or a 2-drop aura, be able to get lots of value right away, be able to cast something else. And like, the deck just was working really well. We had a bunch of extra things to be doing besides Light-Paws, but we had enough protection, we had enough stuff that Light-Paws was just winning most of the games already by itself. I think they killed Light-Paws actually was killed one time. They tried to couple of times, but we always had protection. Just a good deck. I really, really like it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like Historic Brawl, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to be making more of it as you guys demand, as well as I just like to do the stuff that I think is fun at the time. So right now, this was fun at the time. So we did it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.